Rebecca Brand, and we're going to make the original Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe in an air fryer today. An air fryer is a healthier way to fry. I have researched this recipe since I was a little girl. Those 11 secret spices are no longer so secret because I'm going to tell you what's in it. Kentucky Fried Chicken is my favorite fried chicken in the world, and maybe it's yours too. The recipe is not only in the spice mix, but it's also in how they make the chicken. I'm going to be making a big batch of the spices, so you can do a whole chicken with that. I'm using a portion of that today for my 4 chicken thighs because that's my favorite piece of the chicken. Besides those spices, which I'm going to tell you, you're going to need flour, and their secret is they pre-soak their chicken in buttermilk. So for an efficiency on your ingredients, I'm pouring 1 cup of buttermilk into a vessel. This bowl is narrow and deep. That way, when you put your chicken in, they're going to nest on top of each other and push that buttermilk all around. That way, you're only using 1 cup of it. I probably could have gotten away with half a cup. That's going to sit and marinate from 1 hour to overnight. So this one's going to go in the fridge, for tomorrow. I don't waste a thing. But with the magic of TV or a video, I happen to have it from last night. Buttermilk is not regular milk. Buttermilk is slightly acidic. It's the leftover milk when you're making homemade butter. It's kind of bizarre. It has lower fat and it's acidic. Some people make their own buttermilk in a pinch by adding 1 tablespoon of vinegar to a cup of milk. So now for the secret recipe of those spices. The original recipe is held in a vault at the KFC headquarters, along with little vials of the spices that's in it. Today they make it by giving half the recipe to a big company called McCormick Spices, and then they finish it up with the rest. There was some dude that married in the family named Joe, and it was reported that he found a copy of the recipe. It was on a handwritten piece of paper in some scrapbook. He married into it, and he got it, and he leaked it. So to 2 cups of flour, we're adding 2/3 a tablespoon of salt, and to that, 1/2 tablespoon thyme, 1/2 tablespoon basil, dried, 1/3 tablespoon oregano, dried, 1 tablespoon celery salt. This is a magic ingredient. I use celery salt in so many of my recipes. It's amazing. 1 tablespoon black pepper. Well, we all figured that was in there. 1 tablespoon dry mustard. That gives it a tang. And we've all seen paprika. That's 4 tablespoons. That's a lot. That's going to give it that slightly pink color you see in the flour. And 2 tablespoons garlic salt. We all taste that garlic, but that adds more of the salt, because that little salt wasn't much. Now, could you have guessed there's also 1 tablespoon ground ginger in there? That was a surprise. I kind of figured there was a lot of white pepper, and there is. There's 3 tablespoons. That's why the chicken doesn't have a bunch of black flecks in it. It's got the white pepper, which is definitely a different taste as well. It's not as bitter as black. So put in your 2 cups of flour into like a pie pan or something. And now add your spices. Put them all on top of that flour. Scrape it off. And now you're going to mix it up. You want to blend it really good. Keep going until you don't see any particular one ingredient, because nobody really wants a whole big bite of pepper in their bite. You might want to toss it like a salad. It smells great. Kentucky Fried Chicken will pressure cook it in oil at 350 degrees. But we all know that's awfully greasy. So I'm using an air fryer. I researched the internet and I found Omorc. It's the latest and greatest. It's so easy to use. I'm going to heat it up for 3 minutes. It's got a clock button here that I press and turn it to 3 minutes. So preheat. This Omorc air fryer is 5.8 quarts. I like the large size because I like to cook a large quantity of food to feed me and the kids. If you don't know about air fryers, the way they work is there's such a rapid air circulation in them. It fries the food really quickly from the exterior, which will give you really crispy food. It's super great for French fries and anything you think of that you like fried, but there's no added oil, so it's so much healthier for you. Let's get our chicken ready. So Kentucky Fried Chicken says they put 7 coats of the flour mixture with those 11 secret spices on it. So that's a 1 dip, a 2 dip, 12, 13, 14. For each of it to get coated 7 times, that would be 14. And my hands got the same treatment. On deck he goes. You may want to wash your hands at this part of the recipe. The Omorc air fryer comes with a great recipe book. It has all kinds of things you might want to make with simple recipes. You can do onion rings, tortilla chips, mac and cheese balls. I love this recipe book. Oh my gosh, even egg rolls you can do in an air fryer. Can you believe that? Those are crispy fried spring rolls. Wow. Perfectly cooked steaks. But today I'm doing chicken. They have a nice recipe for chicken tenders. You can even make grilled cheese or donuts with this. Oh, yum. Maybe for dessert another time. And the Omorc even comes with preset settings. The 7 cooking presets are fries, ribs, shrimp, cake, chicken, steak, fish. So you can cook your favorite dishes. So let's load her up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So arrange them with air in between by plumping them up on the sides. Because you want every part crispy, you want the air to circulate between each piece. And any part that may not have gotten the dippy do on it, add it. Because you want it all to be crispy and beautiful, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And when she's loaded, slide her in. So turn it on. And so we want it at 360 degrees for 18 minutes. I'm gonna press the timer and tweak that. 18, good to go, go. I only put 4 pieces of chicken in. I could have put 6 or 8, or I could have put fries in the center. This has such a large size in that basket, I could feed a whole family of 5 for one meal with what I can cook in this. It's close to twice the size of standard air fryers. You can hear that rapid circulation of air, and that is what's crisping up that chicken. That technology will take the oil out of the chicken to make it all crispy without having to add extra oil. We all like the skin, and it's good to know it's not doused with an extra dunk of heavy grease like they make it at the Kentucky Fried Chicken places. And let's say you had to take a phone call or something disrupted you and you forgot about it, it has an auto turn off, so it's safe. The push button is great because it rotates it to adjust and then you push it to start. Makes it very easy to use. There's also a heat preservation button, so just in case the kids aren't ready at the table when you want to serve them, you can have it just stand warm for another 120 minutes while you get them to the table. It's cooked about halfway through, so I like to check it. It automatically stops, and I can see what's going on here. And for a super crispy edge, I'm gonna flip it. Look at that already. That's amazing. That is looking like our Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that has no oil added. So I'm flipping the other one. Oh yeah, number 3 and number 4. This is our Kentucky Fried Chicken, and this is the Omorc Kentucky Fried Chicken copy. Wow, it's almost indistinguishable. So I'm gonna close it, and it's resuming. And it's almost done. And just like that, it's done. There's our chicken. I think we nailed it. So out they come. Wow, they look great. I love the little crunchies at the bottom. I'm taking those out too. And to get the basket out, you just press this forward. And there's a button underneath. Voila. And that's the amount of oil that came off your chicken, dripping down underneath this screen, so you don't have to eat it. Look at all this oil that came out. There is a non-stick surface, so I do not have to fuss with this. I simply put it in my dishwasher. All the dirty parts are dishwasher safe with all the non-stick surfaces. And I'm throwing that oil away. So look at how these 2 recipes look. The Colonel Sanders out of the bucket chicken and the one out of your Omorc air fryer. I have used air fryers before and none have looked as good as this or turned out as crispy. So let's say homage to Colonel Sanders. Thank you for this great recipe because you've nailed it. Let's see if I did too. I don't want him haunting me at night. But how does it taste? Let's find out. So I'm gonna cut into it. Perfectly cooked. Wow, that looks awesome. Here's my bite. But oh no, fried chicken is meant to be eaten with your fingers. That's insane. It's finger looking good. But wait, we want to check the taste from the Colonel Sanders topping to the copycat. A little more yellow. So this mousie's gonna take a bite. KFC. Copycat. I'm telling you, they are so close. The copycat seems to me has a tiny bit more of that white pepper. The coating's the same thickness. I think it was the 14 turns. The crunch is there, but maybe not as much as the KFC, but I'm happy to have less fat. This chicken is much more juicy than the KFC. I will go for that every time. Comment and tell me what you think. So click the link below to get your Omorc air fryer. And subscribe to my channel and let's keep making great recipes, like ones with a little more oil so we can eat more of the food. Yeah, I'm gonna eat my chicken.